She's the femme fatale striptease superstar, famous for splashing around in a martini glass. But behind the Hollywood glamour and burlesque bravado is the shy Midwestern girl next door. We're huge fans of what you do. It's an incredible thing. We've been talking about burlesque all day, and you believe it's something we should all be embracing a little bit more.
Well, I mean, it's not for everyone, I suppose, but I just think, you know, it's 2020. We don't have to, you know, we can still be respected and considered intelligent. We can also love striptease. We can enjoy watching erotica, and we can also do it if we want to. So that's all I'm saying.
You say you were a really shy person growing up. How do you get the confidence to perform that way? Because, I mean, it is utter confidence, isn't it?
I'm not an exhibitionist or anything. It was really just like, when I grew up wanting to be a ballerina, and I just wasn't good enough to be a ballet dancer. I could never remember the steps. You know, I couldn't keep up. I was the snowflake in the back that was like, I don't know what's going on right now, but I love ballet. And then when I got older, I realized what I really loved about being a ballet dancer was sort of like the red velvet curtains and the spotlight and the costumes and the makeup and the drama and the femininity. So I kind of got all of those things in burlesque. And when I started doing it, there wasn't like a huge scene like there is now. And
so
there was definitely a
from that
space
then?
for it.
From wanting to be a ballerina to being a burlesque star? 'Cause it's a huge jump.
Yeah. Well, when I was like 18 years old, I was already dressing in vintage style, and I was working in a lingerie store, so I got really into vintage lingerie. So I wanted to be photographed in like as a pinup girl, and it started there. While I became obsessed with pinup and pinup girls of the 1930s and 40s, I noticed a lot of them were burlesque dancers, and I was like, well, maybe I should do that, like find the same, you know, parallel as the pinups and the burlesque stars.
To have somebody so glamorous here. I was just thinking, because everybody dresses down now, don't you? The biggest movie stars are in trackies and they're in their jeans. This glam, but is it exhausting to be like that all the time?
Well, no, I mean, I'm not like 100%. I don't like waft around my house and like, you know, lashes and lipstick and everything.
Aww.
I have my very casual looks, but, you know, I'm wearing trousers today. No, I don't know. I just feel like, for me, having my makeup right and my hair the way I like it makes me feel confident, and I feel like I have a better day, you know? So I always take a minute. I don't always spend like an hour getting ready or anything, but, you know, I just feel like I inevitably have a better day if I put a little bit of effort forward, and it does give me confidence.
You say about your hair and makeup. On that photo, your hair's blonde, and they say blondes have more fun, and you've gone to a very, very jet black, which looks great against your porcelain skin. But was that something that you decided, or...?
Yeah, I think, you know, when I was like 18, 19, I started playing with my hair color and makeup, and I was hanging around all these like drag queens and club kids, and I was, you know, playing with my outfits and everything, and I just, I think it also counteracted my shyness. It was a little bit like, you know, turning myself into what I thought was like a femme fatale image made me feel more powerful and strong, even if I was still shy about speaking and whatnot.
Do you still feel, is that shy person still there, and this is almost like your armour, or is it just...
It's not like...
Have you evolved more into this character that you built?
I think I don't have like an alter ego. I just think like, you know, with age I became less shy, and obviously like kind of being forced into things. Like I couldn't imagine when I was in high school like public speak, you know, giving a speech or something, or getting up in front of the class. I would just be mortified. But, you know, throughout my career in the last like 20 years, I've decided to challenge myself. Like I was the MAC AIDS Fund spokesperson, and I had to give these speeches, and I was terrified, but I was like, I am gonna do this, I'm gonna learn to like this, and I did. So I think I just mostly thinking like the things that I'm afraid of, I'm gonna just take it on, you know.
It's a good way to be, isn't it? It's something challenging yourself, Dita, and it's exactly what you're doing again with the new tour that's kicking off in Manchester on the 14th of April, I believe, and it's a big, all-encompassing show.
Yes.
And something that you feel very proud of, I believe, as well. And you've mixed up a little bit to what we maybe would have seen before.
Yeah, it's an all-new show. And, you know, really what I'm most proud of isn't like, just come see me in my burlesque show doing striptease. It's really not that. It's the show that I've curated, bringing the best burlesque performers from all over the world and putting them together in one show with the, you know, big production values. And
It's costumes and it's everything.
And there's just as many men in the show as women. So it's really, that's something that's important to me. So, of course, I'm heading up the show, but what I'm really proud of is what you'll see and changing people's minds about what a burlesque show is.
Yes, and as I say, it starts in Manchester, and actually I think it finishes in Manchester again at the end of April, but it'll be obviously an incredible show. And you talk about your audience, it's interesting, has that changed over the years, the type of person that comes to see you?
Yeah, when I first started in the 90s, I was in Playboy magazine. They had these newsstand specials in the 90s and early 2000s, and I was in those. It was like a monthly magazine, and I was always in that, and then I was on the cover of Playboy after that. But I had a very straight guys following me, so it was very different. And then I watched like the arc and how it changed. And around 2000, 2001 or two, I came out with my first book, and I really told my story about why I love burlesque and pinup. And
well, Dita, I'm so sorry, we run out of time because we so love you on this show. But thank you. Good luck with the tour. Dita Von Teese.